Hello and welcome. This is Diana and you are watching Holistic Vibes, and I am here to do a generalized reading, current days, energies. It randomly, like, these energies are normally kind of just what's unfolding, and sometimes it can last 3 months, sometimes it can last 3 days. It depends on what's going on and how potent the energy is, right? And as you know, it is pretty potent right now. For those of you that do not know, I am an alchemist and a seer, and I transmute energy. That's kind of what I do. So we'll throw some cards, we'll see what we see, and go from there, right? These haven't really been clearing messages, but it's more just kind of giving you a heads up of the energy of what's unfolding, and to just take heed, have awareness, right? Celebration. Divinity. Creation. So somebody has created this vibration of divinity. That's too many. I'm not taking those. They just said look at them. Strength, courage, free spirit, and shine. And security. What's been going on? Where are they? Where have they been operating? What do they need to see? What do I need to see to give a clear story of an intention? Yeah, there's definitely a birthing of a new cycle. Somebody's a little further behind in the evolutionary scale than you. But they just said not as far as you would think. And honestly, like, the fact that somebody is aligning with their mate, it's creating this, like, sorrow and this stuckness, this isolation from the enemies that have stood against a divine creation, a culmination of divine balance. It's funny, they're showing me, I might have to pull out my Kuan Yin cards, because that's what they keep showing me in my mind's eye, which would be funny if she actually, I'm not taking these. Isolate, Undying Love, and Coventia, Purification. And there's my girl Kuan Yin. I got goosebumps right now. And Vesta. And Vesca Pisces, I heard at the very beginning. Compassion in home, right? Having compassion in your home takes courage. Your angels are saying hello. If you ask, they will provide. Allow a... oh, wow, goosebumps. Allow space for this emulsification. It's almost like the two of you are feeding on, like, you guys are the same cord, so you're pulling the same energy. So if you are in a slump, or if you are in action mode, right? Celebration mode, then you give your strength to your counterpart. Not that they're abusing or feeding on or narcissistically pulling from you. No, you're co-creating in this reality, right? So essentially your Merkabas are coming together. It's funny, they're showing me a decahedron. but the decahedron with the spikes, right? So like your do I have it? This is a regular Merkaba, right? This guy. And it's essentially like the two of you are taking this, because this is the as above, so below, right? These are the unifications of like two coaxes, I don't know, of self, like the higher you and the lower you and the combining of the two, right? And so then they're showing me that there's two more that are essentially like coming together, and that is exactly what like these lower beings don't want, right? So as you come into your heart center and as you purify, you are offering an undying love to the journey of self, right? And you are releasing those old things that have bound you, that have kept it to where you don't look at your own reflection. You don't, the things that were keeping you out of a state of a lack of empowerment. By the actions that you've taken to be this butterfly in this cocoon, right? And coming out of the cocoon, you're essentially stepping into your vibrational strength. As an overlude. Like you're bridging the gap of where you were to where you used to be, and although you can see your past quite clearly, you're not living in the land of what was or what could have been, right? Here's the thing, is they're showing me like as a clairvoyant, right? Or as somebody who is a seer, or as somebody who can utilize their foresight and jump forward, right? Like you see the potentiality of what is versus what can become versus the timeline that unfolds, right? And so as that happens, and as you're able to utilize your own discernment where it's not being impeded, like you then can kind of tune your tuner so that you're identifying with clear intention like the pathway that you're going to, right? And so then the possibilities are truly endless once you adjust, once you recalibrate your tuner and expose truth and reveal the potentialities of possibilities, right? And in truth, like you always want to help someone evolve to a higher state of being, right? And this comes in regards to the mirroring of your partner, right? Whether or not you're looking at like the different aspects individually, or you're looking at the collective as a whole of it, in between of both. When you step into that place of home within self, you then become an unfolding muse with a state of compassion. So if you have not purified, if you have not fasted in a very long time, I definitely would suggest that you do fast, because it is going to like recalibrate your senses, right? We become dull when we're in the same environment over and over and over. And so sometimes it's kind of nice to get a breath of fresh air to start on this journey. And so you may not see it, right? You may be thinking, I don't see the wheel turning for me yet. I don't see things aligning in my favor, right? And your ego could also like play the thing of like this devil's advocate, where it essentially says like your hard work is not paying off, the wheel is not turning, like you are out in the cold, you know, you are isolated and alone, no one is coming to rescue you, right? You have to hold on to every single penny, and this is an old style of behavior, right? Because in truth, like this new cup, this new abundance of refreshing, like amalgamation of oh wow, whoa, I got goosebumps. Taking a drink of the drink of life, right? Like Jesus said, when you drink from me, you will never be thirsty again, right? And it was not an actual like take a drink of me. It's when you quench your own thirst with your own divinity, you then are taking a drink from the divine, right? And then you will not be thirsty any longer, because you're no longer looking outside of yourself for validation, for the circumstances that have been kind of holding you back. And like the thing is like your counterpart has been doing the same exact thing, because you guys are mirrored reflections. So like here's the thing too, right? And they're telling me to go into this, is there can be a compliment, and then there is a mirrored reflection, and then there is a karmic reflection. And so like we all have different vibrations that we're supposed to go on this journey with. And so you really want to identify, like, is this a karmic? Is this somebody who was only there to wake me up? Is this a divine soulmate, right? And like, don't shoot the messenger in the foot. Don't be upset that it's not the person that you've been holding on to, right? Instead, like, be in a state of peace. And in celebration of this whole evolvement of evolution, because that is going to be like you letting go of the hurts of the past, and you stepping into a state of victory and kindness and emoted outcome that you desire, right? By allowing the universe to reveal the truth to you. It's kind of like, for the longest time, I thought like my catalyst was like my person, because some psychic who was tied to dark energy told me he was. So I held on to it and held on to it and held on to it. And instead, and I kept asking the question 50 billion different ways, instead of just kind of being in flow and saying, okay, well, my current reality reflects X. So if my current reality reflects X, then why am I asking for Y, right? Because Y is not in the equation anywhere. And so maybe you're going to have to revisit the loss and where you dropped your EQ, right? Where you dropped your intellectual property and allowed yourself to step into a lower tormented state of being, right? And I'm not saying like revisit it to relive it. I'm saying revisit it to identify the codes and the patterns and the hints that the divine was laying for you as you were progressing through this process. That's what I'm stating. So, this is a very, very interesting thing, which is weird because I just literally, these cards were not in here at the beginning, which is really, really fucking weird, but whatever. They just had to take them out. I've got goosebumps from head to toe. And I just got a big thank you. Hella funny. So, kinesiology, kinetics, physical touch, right? Like some of you may have the ability to touch things that other people have owned and like pick up or see their life, or you could even see the energy of that person, right? A lightning boy. Okay. Yeah, lightning boy. Song of your soul. And mothership. Shit. They just said he's coming home. Whatever that means for you, but like my eyes just opened. Like something just turned on. Some kind of crown. Oh, did you give a gift of something? Maybe he touched it and can feel the vibration of your love. Or maybe he took something from you and he can feel the vibration of that thing. But it's bringing him home, whatever that means for you. It could also be like your masculine energy is coming home in your ability to be an alien, right? Like your ability of being okay with your weirdness. Also, mothership, they're also showing me like a mountain. So it could be that the mountain is essentially your soul song that brings you back into co-resonance with self. And that could also be part of the creation, right? So you have to take that as it resonates for you. You're also, oh, I just got goosebumps. Whoever can see energy, you're going to start seeing different striations, grades of energy. And like, they're kind of showing me like a map of the mountain depth, like the high, medium, low, or like the, not velocity, but the height of the mountain, right? Yeah, there's some kind of cosmic gateway is opening. And that could be today, it could be within the week, I don't know. Like I said, I think these messages are pretty much like weekly messages. It's or monthly messages. I don't know. So Radha and El Moria is awakening the presence of your soul flame. And, oh, you could be doing some kind of a group circle where you're learning to work with your energy, or to connect to the divine goddess, or to just kind of step into your own vibration of creation, right? Again, with the lotus in the mud. Yeah, cancel, clear, release. Any stuck energy that you're finding yourself on repeat with, because that is not you. That is an impediment attempting to get you to go backwards, right? So call in divine guidance, put your armor of God on, your chest plate of righteousness, allow your hedge of protection to take place. And understand, like, obviously we are in spiritual warfare, right? And so if you do not know, like Psychic Protection 101, like ask your guides, right? Ask your guides to unfold that for you. And again, like if you don't know how to get to them, I do offer that service to get you in contact with guides. I also do offer one-on-one coaching. And I do a bunch of other readings and stuff, and I am opening up my services. So if something in this resonated with you, or if you're just at this road where you're like, you know, I need more than what I'm being exposed to, then this might be a good avenue for you, right, to go through. I'll put my information in the description box, and I hope you feel a little lighter, right? That you know that you're onto something, because something is unfolding here, and it's big. It's literally as simple as you grabbing the correct thread of connection, right? And then allowing your team and the team of your collective consciousness to come through, right? And side note, for those of you that think you need to get attuned with Reiki, no, you don't. You can run your own energy, and you are divinely connected to source. You don't need anyone attuning anything to you. Just FYI, those with the gift have the gift. You don't need anything to have the gift. I don't know why they just said that. So celebrate the process and continue to step into your divinity continuously. I'm going to leave that there. So if this resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and be well, my friends. Ciao.